95's Mike.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
All day.
95's the Sam. No, check. He's Mike.
In your face.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And incomplete to open things up. These two teams, they met in L.A. earlier in the year with the Chargers coming out victorious. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
I got you. 95's Mike.
They'll look to throw here. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now a first carry here for their running back. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Daniel Whelan now. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
Watch tight end. 3 down.
Check 37.
Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Watch out.
Here's Wilson to throw. This one swung out to Williams. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Switch.
Now Wilson changing the play. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 40's Mike. Bring it. Joker.
Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Broncos at 500 at 6-6. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. 3rd and 5.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
Now it's Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Anders Carlson now for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. The Charger drive about to get going. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
70 Timberwolf. Come. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 50's the mic.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Ready. 70 Lion.
Watch the pass. Mike's 50.
Come 19. Let's go, Mike.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15.
Watch the run.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Crossing route incomplete. He's got Pitts. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Check.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. There he goes, left side. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Chargers.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And the defensive there, that was a battle. He just made a really nice play.
A really nice play, making sure his body position was correct. And how about the throw? Zipped it in there.
And it results in the touchdown. Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the two-point try. They'll look to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams, tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Tight right. 3 down. Bang, 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 bang. Watch the twist.
Now a give, right side. Fletcher, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Now a 1st down carry, it's Williams. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Tight end's right. 3 down.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fletcher. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 23. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Exit. 95's Mike. Watch 95.
2nd and 6. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And a first carry now for Hyde. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
This is 2nd and 8.
95's a Sam. No, check. He's Mike. Hey, watch the slant.
He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 31.
Hey, check. Mike 50.
Hawk 70.
Wild Bill.
They try the middle with Hyde. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Okay, ready?
2nd and 1 now from the 21.
Watch the curl.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go.
Here we go, Shaq. Hawk 70.
Strip that ball. Hey, switch.
Go, Chap.
Crunch.
Right back to him on first down. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Ball carrier
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Switch out. Shift.
Bronco 80. Ready, go.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolf.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Check 9.
Safe.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. A great effort there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7.
Chargers 13, Broncos 7. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Going deep here for Matthews. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Typically with catches like that, we talk about the height of the wide receiver, but he's one of the shorter receivers in the NFL.
And it doesn't seem to matter, does it? Put the tape measure away. How about some of these guys under 6 feet tall? Antonio Brown, T.Y. Hilton, and Super Bowl 53 MVP, Julian Edelman.
Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic. Man, I got you. Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now Wilson on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Fletcher. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic. Ricky. Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Here's Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Carlson on for the extra point. And this puts them on top by a penny. It's 14-13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Charger drive about to get going. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. That ball caught by the rookie from Georgia. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
But that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate that was just incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
You got nothing today.
Dragon 60.
Mike 50.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Hey, Mike.
19 Lion.
Mike 50. All day, punk.
Check Bobcat. Check Bobcat. Let's go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Airing it out deep for Smith. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. After the interception, here's Wilson. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic. Hey, get in the weight room. Hey, 25's the mic.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Airs this out for Matthews. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Check. Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic. 3 buzz. Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic.
A final shot before break. Wilson, he'll air this one out for Mims. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Check 43.
Wilson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's brought down. 18 more yards there and another first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Wilson. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down, 4 down.
Kill. 2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they took their shot. That one was kind of up for grabs that time. And you've got to be careful defensively not to make contact too early. But that was textbook right there to get in tight and force the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic.
Now it's Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 25-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Get the ball. Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. Watch the safety creep.
On first down, it's Fletcher, and he is going to lose yardage here. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Asking them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17.
Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic.
Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And room there to work it inside the 25.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because if you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
To throw is Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Fletcher. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And they'll bring out Anders Carlson now to try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 59 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments.
Now the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Single. I got a single on the slot. Here we go. Watch 7. Watch 7. Drop deep.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
3 down. Showing 8.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic.
So don't say nothing.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the screen. Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic. Here we go, G. Get off the field.
Now Wilson wants a different look.
Check safety.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 21. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal.
Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic. Get in the weight room. Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic. Pick me up. Here we go. Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Carlson's extra point up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. The Charger drive about to get going. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Now he's loose at the 40, and a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. Gets through and now an opening. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Move. We got three, fellas. We got three. Check 4.
Now a give, right side. Fletcher. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
You're soft, baby. That's baby soft. Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic. Hey, me and you.
Now Wilson.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Reaching up for it, and he's got it. Christian Watson with an acrobatic catch. And the Broncos have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Carlson's extra point up and good, and the lead is up to 18 now. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. Nick Bonito, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Mike 50. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Mustang 19.
Mike's Mike's 50.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Set up. 60 Eagle. 60 Eagle.
Strong right.
Check it. Check it.
Strong right.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Fletcher.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Fletcher, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Here we go. Set. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
I got wide. Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic.
On 1st down, Fletcher. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Panther 60.
Hey, here we go. Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, 25's the mic.
They'll try to run this one in. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Williams. Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll bring out Anders Carlson now to try the field goal. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 76 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Into space at the 45, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd down.
They'll look to throw again.
46-yard line.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else. It makes a dramatic play.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this game just illustrates how important home field really is. On paper, didn't look like much of a matchup, but now it's looking like it'll become one of the big surprises of the weekend. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another second down. It'll be third.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their third down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on third down.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter, Do you think they thought at all that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Broncos, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for L.A., it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.